Here with Steve Cook, who's the president of the Dallas Pops, is that correct? And he is a man who is in charge of this whole thing, and it's not a little concert, it's a big, massive, mammoth, Herculean effort. And thank you so much for taking the time from your very, very busy schedule. We're here at rehearsal where we just interviewed, as you saw earlier, Brian Stokes-Mitchell, Leah Salonga, and Terrence Mann for a few seconds, but we got him. First of all, thank you again for letting us come to the rehearsal. When I saw the advertising for this, I immediately thought of the 25th anniversary concert that was filmed at O2 in London. How did it come to what you have brought here to Dallas?
Well, you're right. When I saw that special this past summer, I sort of had the concept of how could we take that and bring something like that to Dallas. And the Do You Hear the People Sing is a symphony show that is performed only in a few symphonies in the U.S. And so we called the producers and said, we want to take that show. I want to take that show and I want to put it in an arena. So can we take it? And I use the word Texas size and make it big. And so we took from that and just figured the pieces to it. And the first piece was obviously the orchestra, which was in the Dallas Pops Orchestra, which is made of musicians all around North Texas, very high quality players. Then the next step was a choir. So we needed a 100-person choir, and my Turtle Creek Chorale came right to my mind. So we called David over at the Turtle Creek Chorale, and they were like, absolutely, on board almost immediately. And then the next step was they wanted a kids choir. So we worked with our friends at the Woodrow Wilson High School, the choir director here, and he's getting kids from all over North Texas, elementary kids, high school kids, all from all over North Texas. And so we sort of build, this massive production, and then you add in the production elements, which if you've seen the special, we went to the lighting designers and sound designers and said, we want this. That's what we want. And so we're creating, as close as we can. What does that mean? That means large video screens. That means lights, and we can use the assets of the American Airlines Center with the big jumbotrons and all that go with it. So it's going to be pretty spectacular.
If you want a small taste of it, go to the website. That's where I caught it a little bit, and what he described is even going to be even bigger and much more elaborate. So definitely you want to see it in person, not on a video on a computer screen. Yeah. How on earth were we able to wrangle that kind of Broadway legendary talent?
Well, the short answer is you have Boogaloo and Schonberg, and they picked up the phone and said, we want you to be in it, and you to be in it, and you to be in it, and they work with these people all the time. And and we basically got what we wanted, and we had ideas, and they were basically able to secure pretty much all the talent. And so that's part of the the neat thing is that you just don't get talent like this together.
No.
I mean, you just if you have a touring show coming through Dallas, whatever, maybe you get one of those people.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, you don't get these people together, and so to have them all together on one stage, and I think you've seen in the rehearsals, is just very natural. They're just flowing along, and they've worked together. They've worked with these guys for 20, 25 years, and so it's a very natural process, as you can see, and so that's why it's going to be pretty phenomenal.
I think, and I hope that the Dallas Fort Worth theater community will definitely come Friday night to see it, because you don't get to see this kind of Broadway talent all on one stage. You have to go to New York now to see it, because as he said, they don't tour. And you have the original Javert from the Broadway production. You have Brian Stokes-Mitchell, who is, a legend on Broadway. He's won Tonys and has created incredible roles and originated incredible roles. Leah Salonga, who won the Tony for other production of Miss Saigon. Stephanie Block, who right now, tonight, will be in Anything Goes, and then comes Fly In Friday
tomorrow to do this. So we've. It was funny when we found out she was doing that role, we were like, "Are you sure?" And when she got the contract, she made it clear she had to come to do this. And so that's where all these guys are working. So they had to make clear this was the time they were coming in. I mean, Leah flew in from the Philippines to do this.
Wow, yeah, it's our little daughter. She's
cute. Yeah, she's great.
So since Stephanie Block is in the show as well, and she's playing right now Reno Sweeney in Anything Goes, so will Fontaine have a tap number? Or?
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I think it would sell a few more tickets. I don't know.
But it is, and you mentioned the neat thing about this, and the different thing about this. Usually, when a Broadway run comes into town, it's here for 2 weeks or 3. We're for one night. That's it. Come in, and then it'll be amazing how fast we'll put it together. I mean, literally, we're rehearsing today, we're rehearsing tomorrow. There's a hockey game on Thursday night. We at the American Airlines Center, they start building the stage at 11 o'clock at night. We'll work all night long, building this massive, multi-level stage and the videos and the lights and stuff, and rehearse. Friday we do a big dress run through Friday afternoon, and then we do it one day, and then it sort of all just people disperse. So it is one of those things that we do. Hope a lot of people come out and see it.
So as the guy in charge of the whole shebang, how are your nerves?
You know what? It's my role in this is, I don't want to say my role is done, but at this point, these artistic people, I mean, they're amazing. You really don't have anything to worry about. I mean, it's funny, as we were talking in the production, that's the least of my worries. I mean, I want to make sure we have a great audience, which, we've sold a lot of tickets, and then hopefully, the good thing about the arena, you can never sell too many. We have plenty of seats. But that's sort of the biggest thing. I mean, the artistic side, these guys are...
Well, I think
there's nothing I'm going to tell them that they don't already know. That they learned a long time ago.
I think which I think is a great selling tool for more audiences to come, is that it's like what you saw in the DVD of the 20th anniversary, that you have the huge video screens. So you may be sitting far away, but you'll still have that intimate thing.
Yeah, and as we talked about, one of the biggest sort of goals for the Dallas Pops, which is a relatively new organization, and again, our sort of goal is to bring in shows, with and without the orchestra. This was with the orchestra, and really bring this music and this art to the masses. And as we talked about, because of the size of the arena, tickets are like $35 to start with, and you can sit on the floor for like $65, but you can't do that in a normal setting, especially not with something like this.
No. On Broadway, you have to $100 a year in the balcony.
Yeah, and so we've really priced it, so we can really have just the masses come, and families, and just a real. That's what we want, and hopefully they're gonna have a really good show Friday night.
I totally agree. I cannot wait to see it. I'm really, really excited to see it. And I hope, thank you, Steve, so much for taking a moment of your very busy schedule. He has to go and pick up food for the stars, so we have to give him a break.
That's next on the list.
He's got to go to McDonald's. But to all of you who are watching, I hope you will go see it, because it is rare that we get Broadway caliber talent like this here in Dallas. And to see it where you don't have to pay $200 and a balcony seat in New York, you'll be able to see it here in our own backyard here in Dallas. And it's, with today's economy and the recession, especially the cutting of funding for the arts, it is a great, great treat, and definitely a privilege of Dallas Pops to create this whole event for us theater freaks and families and people who love theater, especially musical theater. It's definitely, you must see. So I hope to see you Friday night, and thank you again, Steve.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Thanks for the time.